Hello, this is Jeroen. Welcome to What It Means to Be Human, the part about the physical body. I will share a bit with you about where I am sitting, for I know that some of you will like to hear it. I am in the east of the Netherlands. The sun is shining and I am sitting against a gigantic oak tree. An oak is a symbol of the ancient Celts, and in the east of the Netherlands where I grew up, there is a lot of this nature energy, this wisdom, this let's say powerful places to sit down. And when you sit against a tree and you allow yourself to relax into it, it is so healing for the physical body, for your mental body and your emotional body. And with that, it is also a beautiful place to listen to these meditations and to these lectures. So I invite you to download the MP3s in a format that you can easily listen to, let's say on your phone or iPad or whatever, and to simply sit in a space in nature and listen as this love and light comes in. In nature, it is much easier to be in the source field. So as I say the words, I am the source field, I am harmony, I am grounded. I invite you once more into the source field. All the beings of love and light are present. The archangels, the ascended masters, the ET brothers and sisters, all of love and light, all dimensions of Mother Earth, the crystal skulls, the dragons. They are not necessarily doing something in this space other than just being with you, for you, because they are you, and you are welcoming you. So the big you is welcoming the small you, and with that dissolving all the perspectives that are in between, so that the small you eventually realizes that it is the big you, the grandest I am source. And with that I would like to begin. So look at your physical body, look at how it is constructed, look at how it is intelligent. See that you are not the physical body. See that you are in the body, experiencing yourself with the body. The body has senses, and for most of you who are listening to this, you have developed your other senses as well. You have probably tasted telepathy, skills of clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and claircognizance. Basically, you see, feel, hear, and interact with more than just the 3D world, which are based upon the 5 physical senses: touch, taste, scent, smell, well, it's the same as scent actually, hearing, and seeing. So, while you are in this physical body, you get to experience yourself as this physical body, or with this physical body. When your perspective, which I have experienced in this lifetime for a long time, when your perspective is focused upon I am the physical body, it is automatically suffering. Because this is not the truth, and therefore your body is showing you that when you are focused away from the truth, or actually you create a state of non-truth, it will suffer. because it is basically water flowing down a pipe and you're closing the pipe so the water cannot flow. So you're cutting yourself off from life force by focusing upon I am the physical body only. Now, some of you might think that there is an outside source which has manipulated this. And I wish to embrace you to see that there is no source outside of you. Yes, there is and has been a lot of manipulation with the physical body, but there is nothing outside of you. So there is nothing to blame. There is only to see the reality that is here. To see that when you focus upon the I am the physical body and I am separate from, that it hurts, that it creates suffering and diseases in any way, shape or form. There is a lot of variety in these diseases, and they all come down to the same thing. When you separate yourself from something, you are creating a false perception of reality, which is reflected by your physical body saying, hey, you are now suffering because you hold a perspective that is not true. Now, some of you might have suffered in various ways for maybe a long time. And maybe this is due to the stubborn nature of your mind, or the inability to reflect, or the inability or no, there is actually not an inability existing anywhere if I'm looking. So I cannot give you an inability. There is only a reason why you're not asking yourself the right questions. And it could be that belief systems are limiting you from asking these questions. But also, your higher self is constantly interacting with you. So, if you actually start to look, start to be open to the questions, to what this disharmonious, dis-ease state of being is trying to show you, you come more into harmony. It is like contracting all your muscles for a long period of time until you're almost unable to contract any longer and then release. And how good is that release? It is amazing. It is so completely liquid. And you get to experience so many sensations with this physical body as source. Your source perspective only wishes to experience. Your soul perspective, that's the smaller part of the big you, which is living in the body, which is still the same essence as all it is, but for some of you, you like to connect with the I am the soul in the body. That's perfectly fine. You are source as well as the soul. All the perspective that you choose to hold are true for you at that period of time. When you choose to identify with I am the soul in the body, there is still a lot outside of you which has influence on you, which is a reflection of the non-truth. Only when you return to source, when you return home to your true natural state of being, of harmony, you will feel that suffering is no longer necessary. You will feel that there was no suffering from source to begin with, because source cannot suffer. Source, you, can create perspectives which are limiting, that allow you to experience suffering, because you identify with the smaller you. And when you identify with the smaller you, you see that there is a bigger world outside of you which can do you harm. But this is not true. You see where I'm getting at? It is rather challenging, though, to change these perspectives all at once. For many years I've lived in this body, and I have suffered with eczema, asthma. I had experienced all kinds of weird things with my physical body, because I held a perspective that was not my natural state of being. Only when I chose from a peaceful state of being to surrender all that I am, I could return. Then I knew that I was no longer resisting anything. Then I knew that I was not fleeing for or fighting against something. And only there is harmony. So, if there is still suffering inside your system that you experience, you have simply created experiences for yourself to discover who you are. The lotus grows through the mud, through the muddy waters, reaches the sun, reaches the air, then opens up to blossom, and from that arises the lotus flower, and from that arises the beauty, the essence. So what this means is that you created the mud. You created shitty circumstances. You created suffering. And I understand that you can say to yourself, it is impossible that I created this state of being. But my friend, you have, and whether you are willing to accept it or not, that is up to you. The longer you keep fighting, the more and the heavier the suffering will become. So when you realize and you are willing and open to accept that you have created the suffering to begin with, that you created perspectives that were focused away from the truth, you created the mud. And when you relax into that, you create the muddy waters. You grow, you start to flourish, you start to accept, alright, this is what it is. And from that, you start to release your emotions. And I can already feel them flow as you allow the waters to flow again. You have pushed so hard to keep the floodgates closed that all the emotions that you have stored became so heavy that your physical body became ill. But as with the decision to create this state, you can also decide to release, contracting all the muscles and releasing all the muscles. It is as simple as that. So we keep it very simple and very light here to give you this analogy, to not go too much into form. There is, of course, the influence of food and thought on your state of being. But for now, let's sit with the flowing of the waters for a while, because I wish to give you the space to allow the release to happen. Continue to breathe. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am willing to release all resistance now. I am willing and do release all resistance now. I invite the perspective of harmony towards my physical body to come and take over all other perspectives. I love you, physical body. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, physical body. I love you. I love you. I lovely. I love you. And now see if it feels okay if you can touch yourself, if you can touch your physical body. Especially on the parts where it hurts. Allow yourself to soften. Allow your body to soften. Allow your emotional body to soften. Allow your mental body to soften. And allow you to soften into your natural state of being. Now it doesn't have to all happen at once. Maybe you believe it is not true, it happens all at once. If this is so, you can simply repeat the affirmation, I am completely free. I am complete harmony. Alright, now the course has started. We have set things in motion, we have stirred up the waters, and we simply wish to show you that you have created the mud, you have created the muddy waters, and now you, as a lotus, start to climb up through the waters. The muddy water also stands for the emotional body and the mental body. And as we have cleared this space, we have cleared these, let's say, blockages that you have created, the misaligned perspectives of non-truth, we will be able to bring you your true essence. For we must first create some space inside your system to allow your true natural state to come forth. For your higher self wishes you to pull you out from the mud, but everything that you have created in the mud that feels like you must be able to release. You must detach from the I am suffering state. You must detach from the I am the negative thoughts state. You must detach from the other people can do harm to me state. You must detach from there is an outside world which can harm me state. You must detach from I am angry towards the outside world, because In truth, there is no outside world. There is only you. You are all that is. You cannot be truly angry at yourself. In truth, I mean. You can be angry at yourself because it is a game. It is maybe fun because it gives you enormous sensations. But from that anger, from this fire, from this erupting volcano of emotions, you communicate with others. And you create, you make decisions. And this is what has an impact on the world, which is harmful. And this is why we are now showing you that, among others, anger towards the outside world is not something that is beneficial for all, and thus it is not benefiting you. It is not benefiting harmony. So, surrender and detach from all attachments that keep you locked in a perspective of I am suffering. I am suffering because of some delusional state of being we call a disease. There is no such thing. There is only the perspective within a mental projection of an illusionary state of you being separate from. There is only the projection in a mental state where you are separate from. So, see this, be grateful for it, and allow yourself to see the dis-ease, the perspective of I am the physical body, to be dissolved. The perspective of truth in your relation with your physical body is that it is a representation of your energy. And that your physical body has needs. It has energy lines. It has meridians. It is a system, and it is an intelligent system. And it requires things, obviously, sure, but this is not neglecting this intelligence of the body. It is merely saying that your physical body has intelligence, and if you stop projecting your own limiting perspectives on its intelligence, thinking that you are smarter than your natural state of being, which is your physical body thriving, communicating with you, giving it exactly what it needs, then you can allow your natural well-being to thrive. Bring yourself into harmony and then eat. Bring yourself into harmony and then drink. Bring yourself into harmony and then communicate. Keep going, keep going, keep going. But also don't be too hard on yourself. You have also permission to take this step by step. You don't have to go home all the way. For some, this takes months. For some, this takes years, decades, or lifetimes. There is no such thing that age has an influence. This is an illusionary mental projection as well. There is no such thing as that generation has influence. This is an illusionary state as well. I am one with all that is, experiencing myself in a physical body. I give space to my physical body so that it can thrive. if there is at any time an uncomfortable state, find a doctor that looks more holistically. Personally, I have good experiences with a mesologist. And this is from my personal perspective. For I am human as well as I am source. For it is one and the same. There is no separation. All the things that we have set into motion. Continue to this recording. All the things that we have set into motion. Listen back to this recording whenever you feel like it. And just know what you already know. Just know what your body already knows. Fruit and vegetables make it happy. Drinking a couple of liters of water per day. Not too much of one and another. Not too much of the other stuff. Just keep it simple and trust the strength of your body as well. But know that your mental belief systems have a tremendous impact on how much you allow the intelligence of your body to communicate so that it can thrive and give you the pleasant experiences through its senses. Allow yourself to fully relax in the awareness that you are perceiving life through and with your physical body. And make this your natural state of seeing and experiencing the world, knowing that you are one with all. And we continue to bring you more. For now, this is enough. Be soft on yourself. Bring yourself into harmony and start to touch your body. Treat yourself and your body on massages. Start with yoga, not necessarily following the teachings necessarily in the religious path, but whatever feels light and joyous for you. Yoga, yoga, other than any other sports, assists you in opening the meridians. It assists you in flexing certain muscles which other sports not necessarily touch. So, yoga is one of my personal preference sports that allows me and my body to have a harmonious relationship. And then I started to meditate and control my mind, to rewrite my mind, to redirect my subconscious mind. Then my environment started to change. You could see this as a path up through the muddy waters, cleansing the emotional body on the way, eventually for the lotus flower to open and the beauty to arise from it. And by then, you will see that you are all that is, in harmony with life. So take it easy and give yourself some space. Treat yourself nicely, treat your body nicely, and do only the things that feel light, loving, and joyous for you, for this is the path of your higher self. Now, my beloveds, greetings from your I Am. It is great to connect, and we will see you again in the source field with a course, What It Means to Be Human. Bless you.